What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Grubb here, Extreme.Outdoorsmen. If you guys are new here to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button for me. Help me at 30,000 subscribers. I would really appreciate it. But in today's video, you obviously seen from the title and the thumbnail, I'm going to be going over some of my favorite lures to throw out on Lake St. Clair for big smallmouth bass in the summertime. All these lures pretty much work all year round. I throw these a lot in the summer, but I also throw a few of them in the springtime and the fall. Just pretty much all these lures work all year round out there for Lake St. Clair smallies. And if you have been watching my channel over the last few years, me and my dad have been fishing out there a ton. My dad pretty much has been fishing out there his whole life, and he has so much knowledge out there. I've been going out with him a lot lately over the last probably 5 years or longer and learning the lake. I even go out there by myself all the time. You see in all the videos, and I search for new areas and everything. That lake is incredible, guys. It's super special. One of the best smallmouth fisheries in the world, or in the country, whatever you want to say. But before I go into the lures, I just wanted to quickly go over some of my apparel. I actually just put in another big order of apparel. I should be getting all my hats in the next maybe 2 to 3 weeks up on my website. So I actually sold out of my other hats not too long ago, so I really appreciate everyone that bought one of my Extreme hats. These things are awesome. I've been seeing a few guys at the boat ramps with my hat, so that is really neat. I got a bunch of different colors dropping on the website. I'll actually leave my website in the description. It's Extremeoutdoorsmen.store. But I'm gonna be releasing a bunch of these hats here soon whenever I get all of them in the mail. There's brown, camo, black, and gray, and then we got a blue. So definitely got a bunch of hats coming in. If you guys want to order a hat, make sure to go check out my website. They should be up there hopefully pretty soon. But quickly, I'm gonna go over these lures. And if you guys fish smallmouth, you know one of the best baits ever is a swim bait. And I've been throwing hundreds of swim baits out there, different colors, different companies, and some of my favorite swim baits. This one right here is the Mega Bass Haze Dong, and this one right here, me and my dad have caught so many smallmouth bass on over the years. We fish this in tournaments out there and catch some absolute pigs. We just throw it on that white jig head right there, and this bait almost has like a pearl or a purplish to it, and those smallmouth straight up hammer it. You've seen it in all our videos over the years. We just filmed a video earlier this spring throwing this swim bait, and we caught I think 138 or 140 smallmouth bass in one day. It was insane. But another really good swim bait that I like to throw out there is this Biospawn Exo Swim, the 4.75. This one is incredible out there. It's got the blue on top with the gold flakes. I like that one. And then also this Biospawn Exo Swim, I think it's called the Green Pumpkin Pearl. I've caught some tanks out there on this swim bait right there. I was just actually out there a few days ago, and I caught some really good ones on this bait right here in like 3 to 5 foot of water. So these things work pretty much all year round, guys. So that was a few of the swim baits that I like to throw. And obviously, like I said, if you fish for smallmouth, you know that tube jigs work, and tubes are probably my next favorite bait out there. Pretty much any green pumpkin tube, a brown tube, works really good. These Extreme tubes are awesome. I've been using these for a little while now. This one's a green pumpkin with purple in it. And also another really good one we like to throw is green pumpkin orange out there. And lately, me and my dad have been throwing these Great Lakes Finesse craws, or these Great Lakes Finesse tubes. These things are the deal, dang. We've been catching all kinds of big smallmouth bass largemouth bass on these things. So these Great Lakes finesse tubes are really cool. I like them. But next up is a lure I don't really talk a ton about on this channel, but me and my dad have been throwing these for I think a few years now. I actually met a subscriber at the boat ramp, and he was showing me these lures. I think he was from like Pennsylvania or Indiana. I always run into subscribers when I'm at all the boat ramps out there. I ran into a few yesterday from Indiana, so if you guys are watching this, I really appreciate you guys coming over and saying hi, chatting with me. But this SpyBait right here is the deal, guys. A perch SpyBait. I don't know if you guys have thrown these, but they got these little spinners on the back. But basically what you're doing with this, you cast out, make super long casts, and just reel it in super slow along bottom above the weeds, around rocks. I've caught some freaking giant smallmouth on this SpyBait right here. These SpyBaits are awesome. We throw like a shad color one, and then this perch one is really good. But next up is the good old Ned Rig. I've been throwing these Neds for a while on St. Clair, and this one right here is probably one of my favorites. These Ned Rigs right here are awesome. It's got the little rattle in there, so when you're working it on bottom, it's making some noise, and it's gonna attract all those smallmouth bass. But these Ned Rigs are really, really good lures out on Lake St. Clair. I highly recommend tying one of these on if you're going out there in the summer, the spring, the fall. They work pretty much all year round. So I really like those swim baits, or those Ned Rigs. But next up is any kind of drop shot, honestly. I've been throwing these a lot over the last few years, but a flatworm will work really good, or like a net bait, or any type of drop shot will work. A robo worm. There's a lot of different drop shots you can use, but I like this one. It's called the Morning Dawn. I've caught so many giant smallmouth bass over the years on this lure. It is incredible. I love throwing that bait right there. And I think I got one more lure. I just set a few lures down here to talk to you guys real quick about some lures, but when you're out there, this is a really good lure to throw. Not a lot of people throw spinner baits out there. I never really run into guys out there throwing spinner baits for smallmouth, but if all these lures aren't working, and if it's a little windy, you got a little breeze on the water, definitely tie on a white, either a white or a gold, or a white and chartreuse. And let me tell you, this one right here is the War Eagle white with like a silver head, and it's got the gold willow leaf blade with a big, like a silver willow leaf blade. But these spinner baits, it's just something about a spinner bait bite, guys. Those smallmouth bass crush them. But I really like throwing spinner baits out there. My dad loves throwing a big gold and black spinner bait in shallow water. Wherever you can find rocks, those smallmouth bass love them. But that's pretty much gonna wrap it up. I figured I'd just go over a few little lures for you guys, show you guys some baits that I like to throw in the summertime. And good luck to everyone that's going to be fishing this summer, this fall, everyone that comes from all over the country to fish up here. Hopefully you catch some really big ones out there, and maybe you'll run into me out on the lake or at the boat ramps. If you do, make sure to come say hi. I normally have my hats in my truck, so if you want to order a hat, or if you see me at the boat ramp, maybe I'll give you a better deal at the boat ramp if you see me in person. So really appreciate you guys supporting. All the support on all my Lake St. Clair videos are awesome. You guys are the best. But make sure to stay tuned for all my hats dropping on my website here in the next few weeks, and we will see you out on Lake St. Clair. Hopefully you guys catch some big ones this year.